Retirement jokes. It was entertainment night at the senior center. Claude the hypnotist exclaimed. I'm here to put you into a trance. I intend to hypnotize each and every member of the audience. The excitement was almost electric as Claude withdrew a beautiful antique pocket watch from his coat. I want you each to keep your eye on this antique watch. It's a very special watch. It's been in my family for 6 generations. He began to swing the watch gently back and forth while quietly chanting, "Watch the watch, watch the watch, watch the watch." The crowd became mesmerized as the watch swayed back and forth, light gleaming off its polished surface. Hundreds of pairs' eyes followed the swaying watch, until suddenly, it slipped from the hypnotist's fingers and fell to the floor, breaking into 100 pieces. **T," said the hypnotist. It took 3 days to clean up the senior center. Jokes about life. Once there was a farmer. He had 2 teenage sons. This farmer had just inherited some of money from his brother's recent death. He couldn't decide which son he could send to college, since he could only afford to send one. This farmer also had 2 ducks. These ducks were retarded. They were only 2 ducks on the farm. That weren't normal. He told his sons that whoever could get the most money for the duck would go to college. The sons went out in attempt to collect as much money as they could. The first son was walking down the street when he passed a man working in the yard. The man asked him if the duck was for sale, for the man loved the taste of ducks. He offered the son $10 for his duck. The son decided this was very good, so he took it. He decided his brother wouldn't be able to get close to his success. The second son was walking and passed a whorehouse. He went in and said that he didn't have any money, but he would give them the duck. One girl said fine. After they FKED, she decided that she didn't want the duck anymore. The son said he would take the duck back if they FKED again. She agreed. After they FKED the second time, the son left. He was walking home, thinking about what to do with the duck when it broke the leash. The duck ran out into the street and was hit by a car. The lady that hit it jumped from her car and started apologizing profusely. The son insisted it was okay, but the lady said she would pay for the duck. She was in a hurry, so she gave him $25 and sped off. When the sons got home, the farmer asked the first son what he got. He proudly displayed the $10. The farmer was impressed. He asked the second son the same thing. That's nothing. I got AFK. For a duck for AFK, and $25 for AFKED up duck. Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck Norris believes in victims' rights. His victims have the right to dig their own graves before he kills them. Retirement jokes. An old guy in his Volvo is driving home from work when his wife rings him on his car phone. "Honey," she says in a worried voice, "be careful. There was a bit on the news just now, some lunatic is driving the wrong way down the freeway." "It's worse than that," he replies, "there are hundreds of them." Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck Norris takes care of his guardian angel. Military jokes. A young naval officer was in a terrible car accident, but due to the heroics of the hospital staff the only permanent injury was the loss of one ear. Since he was not Euro trademark T physically impaired, he remained in the military and eventually became an admiral. However, during his career he was always sensitive about his appearance. One day the admiral was interviewing 2 Navy Master Chiefs and a Marine gunnery sergeant for his personal staff. The first Master Chief was a surface Navy type and it was a great interview. At the end of the interview they Admiral asked him, do you notice anything different about me? The master chief answered, why yes. I couldn't trademark help but notice you are missing your starboard ear, so I don't trademark know whether this impacts your hearing on that. Sighed the admiral got very angry at this lack of tact and threw him out of his office. The next candidate, an aviation master chief, when asked this same question, answered, well yes, you seem to be short one ear. The admiral threw him out also. The third interview was with the marine gunnery sergeant. He was articulate, extremely sharp, and seemed to know more than the two master chiefs put together. The admiral wanted this guy, but went ahead with the same question. Do you notice anything different about me? To his surprise the gunnery sergeant said, yes. You wear contact lenses. The admiral was impressed and thought to himself, what an incredibly tactful marine. And how do you know that? The admiral asked. The gunny replied, well sir, a trademark s. Pretty hard to wear glasses with only one ear. Chuck Norris jokes. Chuck Norris doesn't sweat. He forces the air around him to cry and uses its tears to cool himself. Little Johnny jokes. Little Johnny was only 6 years old when he tried to feel his sister's friend's pussy. She slapped him and said not to because it has teeth and will bite. As the years passed, and little Johnny one day grew to become a man, he was sitting in his car with his girlfriend, rubbing her thighs and squeezing her tits, when she said, "Aren't you going to feel my pussy?" He said, "I can't, it's got teeth." "Don't be a fool," she said, "have a look if you don't believe me." So he thought about it, then took off her panties and spread her legs. He looked in and said, "I'm not surprised you haven't got any teeth with gums like that." Little Johnny jokes. One day, little Johnny overheard his parents fighting. Later, he asked what bitch and bastard mean. They explained that they mean lady and gentleman. The next day, he overheard his parents having sex. He later asked, "What penis and vagina mean?" His parents explained that they refer to hats and coats. At supper the next day, little Johnny's mom cut her finger in the kitchen and yelled, "OFK!" Little Johnny asked what that meant, and she said, "It means cut." A week later, guests arrive for Thanksgiving dinner. Little Johnny welcomes them at the door, saying, "Hello bitches and bastards. Hurry up with your penises and vaginas, we can't wait to FK the turkey." Dirty jokes. A guy walks into a sperm donor bank wearing a ski mask and holding a gun. He goes up to the nurse and demands her to open the sperm bank vault. She says, "But sir, it's just a sperm bank." "I don't care, open it now," he replies. So she opens the door to the vault and inside are all the sperm samples. The guy says, "Take one of those sperm samples and drink it." She looks at him, "But they are sperm samples. Do it?" So the nurse sucks it back. "That one there. Drink that one as well," so the nurse drinks that one as well. Finally, after 4 samples, the man takes off his ski mask and says, "See honey, it's not that hard."